Hi everybody, it's Brian here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. So at the time of publishing this video, it's the early days in February, and I got thinking to myself, what could I cover in today's video that would be effective and valuable for you as my valuable subscriber to this channel? And I thought to myself, well, we've got Valentine's Day, which is basically a few days away, and it's too late for that now, to design for at any rate. You got St. Patrick's Day, which isn't too far off in March, and that could actually potentially be an idea too as well. But then I thought to myself, I need to come up with an idea, a tutorial that I could share with my viewers that's going to allow them enough time to experiment, to create, and still have enough time to get the designs out to their customer base and hopefully land more sales. And the next major holiday after, St. Patrick's Day, obviously this time around, is going to be Easter. So I thought, brilliant, we're going to be doing an Easter-themed tutorial today to show how we can utilize AI to come up with some amazing, effective, AI-illustrated Easter designs that is going to wow and knock the socks off my potential customer base, to get them to really want to buy these designs for their Easter wardrobe, their Easter decorations around the house or what have you. And I want to make sure that you guys can all tap into, the success that Easter can bring for people who sell and design for print on demand. And obviously, I'm going to take you along on the ride in today's video. So if you're excited about what it is that I'm about to show you, do me a favor, smash that like button in appreciation. Let's head over to my computer and get started. Let's go. So welcome to my computer screen. So Easter this year in 2023 is going to be happening on the 9th of April 2023, which means from the date of publishing this particular video, that means there's only 60 days left until the big day. Now you might say to yourself, well, Brian, 60 days, that's quite an amount of time left before Easter comes around. And yes, for the layman, you're not wrong. But for people who are in this particular field of the print-on-demand business, designing for Easter, that's really not a lot of time. In fact, you need to make sure that you have enough time to think of your designs, to create your designs, to upload the designs, and make sure that there's enough time between the date and time when those designs go active on whichever print-on-demand platform you utilize, for the customer to be able to find it and obviously receive the design on whatever product that he or she is buying it on in time for Easter Sunday, or rather the Easter season. So you always want to make sure that you've got at least 4 or 5 weeks as a buffer zone to make sure that the customer will have enough time to research, to find your product, to find your designs on those products, and obviously order them and get them in time. So I thought to myself, how could I utilize, these wonderful image generating artificial intelligence platforms that are out there to help me create some really amazing Easter designs that I could utilize in my own print-on-demand business. I worked on it a little bit, and basically I came up with designs similar to this, to this, to that, even to this from a more religious perspective for Easter. All of these designs basically came up from one particular concept that came to mind a couple days ago while I was, watching YouTube one evening. And, as many of you know, on YouTube, the algorithm suggests potential videos that you might be interested on. And one of the videos that was fed into my, my home screen over there pertains to the concept of tattoos, the art of tattoo making. And I sat there for a moment and I watched a little bit of it, and I thought to myself, I wonder if I could utilize the concept of tattoo art making, because it is an art style after all, into my prompts on platforms like Midjourney and Blue Willow, in order to help me create some designs that would be even easier to extrapolate when I'm working in, image editing programs like Photoshop or Photopea, or even Canva for that matter too as well. And I thought to myself, so how can I go about trying to incorporate that to utilize that and create some really amazing, as you just saw, some really amazing designs for the Easter holiday season. And in fact, you just don't need to limit it to the Easter season. You can in fact utilize what I'm about to show you for any niche, for any time of the year, and come up with some really amazing, easy to crop out, easy to use designs that are going to be really eye-catching, scroll-stopping, and hopefully land more sales to your respective print-on-demand business. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I needed to educate myself a little bit more about tattoos and the styles of tattoos. So I went onto Google and I just basically typed in tattoo styles list, and I got a list here, as you can see here, of 12 popular different types of tattoo styles. And I thought these would all be amazing keywords to use in my prompt in order to see what would work, what wouldn't, what would provide the clearest detail, the most, really amazing designs in platforms like Midjourney and Blue Willow. And so I took these down, and obviously you can actually take a screenshot of my screen right now if you want to have them for yourself, or you could do similarly to what I did, go onto Google, onto a search engine, and type in tattoo styles list and see what comes up, and then see which one you want to use. So basically I had the concept that I wanted to use tattoos, or rather the styles of tattoos, in my prompts. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to come up with some Easter-related, Easter-themed designs that I could help focus my attention in terms of creating designs for utilizing these particular tattoo styles. And obviously, if you've been watching YouTube lately, undoubtedly, the platform known as ChatGPT has probably come across your screen, or you've probably heard of it in some form of social media. And I thought, let me hop over to ChatGPT and see if it could help me come up with some new Easter-related designs that I could then incorporate into Midjourney, into Blue Willow, and obviously come up with some fantastic designs. So, having gone into ChatGPT, the first thing that I did, as you can see above over here, was I asked it, can you give me a list of 10 Easter-related t-shirt designs that I can create? And obviously, ChatGPT, being the helpful platform that it always is, came up with some really interesting t-shirt designs that I could create. Hop onto Easter, Happy Easter, Easter Squad, and for each caption, it was telling me what kind of illustrations I could also include with it. So hop on into Easter with an illustration of a bunny hopping. Easter Squad with bunnies and chicks in matching outfits. So these were all really amazing design ideas that I could actually contemplate and consider creating design for. So then I asked it, can you please generate a prompt for AI generator for each item on the list? Now I utilize AI generator instead of like specifically Midjourney or Blue Willow because I wanted it to come up with some kind of prompts that I could effectively use on any AI generator that I wanted. Okay, and I went ahead with this, and it actually did give me some really interesting prompts. So for hop into Easter, create an illustration of a cute and joyful bunny hopping into Easter. Happy Easter, generate a design featuring the words Happy Easter surrounded by pastel-colored eggs and flowers. And at this moment, alarm bells started to ring in my mind. And you might ask yourself, well, why? These are really good. Well, if you've had any experience with any of these AI platforms as of late, you'll know that more often than not, these AI generators do not do well with text. They get text absolutely incorrect. Very rarely have I ever used either Midjourney or Blue Willow or any of these AI generators, asked it to give me some text, and it actually spelled it out correctly. So I allowed ChatGPT to finish generating lists, just basically to keep, motivating and inspiring and getting the creative juices flowing in my brain. And I noticed that obviously the majority of them, if not all of them, barring one or two, actually referred to some words in the design. And again, that was okay for down the road, for a little later on when I was actually going to create the designs. But to use in Blue Willow or Midjourney, I definitely wasn't going to use these prompts. So after it finished generating, I asked it, okay, try again, only this time, generate the prompts to be image-based with no reference to words, all right? And this changed everything for the better. So basically I said, understood, here's a prompt for an AI generator for each item on the list with an emphasis on visual elements. So hop into Easter, an illustration of a cute and joyful bunny hopping into Easter. And obviously we have the entire list over here. For example, Easter bunny in training, a design with a cute and cartoonish bunny holding a carrot, symbolizing training for the Easter celebration. So as you can see here, in the prompts, there was absolutely no reference to any kind of text or words or what have you, which was already a step in the right direction. Okay, so after I did that, I said, great, now modify each prompt with more instructions for the AI to create each as a t-shirt design. And once again, it's ChatGPT understood and gave me a revised prompt for each item. And this time it included for a t-shirt design surrounded by a simple border with a simple background color suitable for a t-shirt design, and it went through the entire list, adding those nuances to the prompts, which obviously was going to make life a lot easier for me, because then all I'd have to do is just basically copy them into the prompt section of either Midjourney or Blue Willow, and obviously I could let the AI generators come up with some amazing images for me to be able to use. But don't forget, early on in this video, I stated I wanted to have the tattoo artwork influence within these prompts. So obviously, having generated these prompts and researching the different types of art styles, I decided that it was time for me to actually put that into practice. So what I did was I came up with the following prompt. All right, a neo-traditional tattoo design on pure white, featuring well-defined art of pastel-colored eggs and flowers arranged in a festive pattern, with a simple background color suitable for a t-shirt design, --AR, which refers to aspect ratio of 2:3, because I wanted it to be portrait style, not landscape, and version 4, particularly with respect to using it on Midjourney. Now, here we could easily change a neo-traditional tattoo to any of the other styles of tattoo artwork that we found in that list on Google earlier in this video. So as I'm typing in the prompts or copying and pasting them, I could change out neo-traditional tattoo design to classic Americana tattoo design. So in this respect, if I just went back to the Google page, I could change out neo-traditional tattoo with any of these: classic Americana tattoo, new school tattoo style, etc., etc. And obviously plug those into Midjourney and Blue Willow in order to see what would come up. And in fact, that is what I did. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to be showing you what kind of results I received from both Midjourney and Blue Willow. And in fact, the results on one is probably going to be better than the other, and vice versa. Again, it all depends on how the AI for that particular platform understood the prompt. So let's head over now to Midjourney here. Now I've got Midjourney and Blue Willow both open simultaneously in my Discord here. So we're going to hop back and forth from one to the other, just in order to see how each of these particular platforms took the instructions that I gave them, and to show you what results I received back from both. Okay, now I'm going to be very honest with you. From the get-go, Midjourney did do a little bit of a better job than Blue Willow did in this respect. I think the AI platform for Midjourney is a little stronger. It is a little bit more refined. The thing is that with Midjourney, if you expire the 25 free images that they give to you, you have to get a subscription. And while the subscription is really not that expensive, and here I'm not affiliated in any way to Midjourney, I think the amount of time that you're going to be saving using Midjourney by getting a subscription base is going to be worth its weight in gold down the road. Because if you had to actually stop and create these particular images, or come up with clip arts and merge them and modify them accordingly, it's probably going to take you a lot longer than it would to type in some text in a prompt and get these kinds of stunning images. So if you're not in a position, or maybe haven't been considering that you want to get a subscription, take a look at what I'm going to be showing you today. Have a look at some of the other channels on YouTube that are talking about Midjourney. It just might be the catalyst to change your mind and say, yeah, let me give it a try and give it a go. You can always get a really basic 1 month subscription. You get about 200 prompts for like a low price of, I think, $15, which is really, really peanuts when you consider it, what you're going to get and how much you're going to save in terms of time. And then obviously, if you think that it's something for you, then you can get maybe one of the heftier subscriptions. I think $30 a month gets you unlimited prompts or whatnot. So there is a lot of benefit to that from a time-saving perspective, okay, from a time-saving point of view. So here we are in Midjourney bot. So I typed in a neo-traditional tattoo design and the rest of it, and obviously I hit enter, and after a few moments I got these designs over here. Now these, I have to admit, from the get-go were really amazing. Let me just open it in another browser over here just so that you can see the clarity and the detail of all 4 images over here. Now clearly I could use all 4 images for a t-shirt, for a sticker pack, and just adding some text, post-processing in Photoshop or Illustrator, or even on Canva for that matter, once I remove the background. I have 4 great images that I could really portray and offer to my client base in the hopes that they'll have something really amazing that they're going to see and hopefully to buy as well. If we head back onto Blue Willow here, Blue Willow didn't get it great the first time round, okay? The same prompt that I used in Midjourney produce what you're seeing here on the screen. So it's not really that clear. There's a lot of patterns, and you might say to yourself, well, Brian, stop. Why are you going to Blue Willow? Why don't you just stay on Midjourney? Well, again, I wanted to show that in Blue Willow, there were some prompts where the results that I got back from Blue Willow were respectable, if not really great. And given the fact that, again, like I said, maybe not everybody is ready to pay the subscription for Midjourney, the fact that Blue Willow, for the time being, is free, it is something that you could actually try to utilize. You might have to repeat the prompt a few times for the AI to get it right and to give you something, but then again, you know, it's free. You're not losing anything, so why not give it a try and see what kind of results that you can come up with. I really didn't continue with this one because obviously I was more impressed with the one pertaining to Midjourney. So let's go back to Midjourney, and obviously I don't want this video to be excessively long, so I'm just going to go through very, very quickly the other designs that I came up with. This is another one. I changed neo-traditional tattoo design, and I did classic Americana tattoo design. And as you can see here, I got 4 really very interesting images pertaining to bunnies here. I think for me, and I think you will agree, comment in the comment box down below if you agree with me, that the one with the American flag in the background, I think, was the best out of the 4. I really went to town in taking classic Americana and incorporating it into the design. So as you can see here, if we just click on open in browser here, I mean, the clarity of the eyes are really nice and focused. You've got the whiskers on the nose. The ears are proportionally correct. It's just a really nice picture that I could extrapolate and create some really lovely text around and come up with a really amazing Easter design. And if I wanted to, I could actually even cross stitch it. Maybe people won't be looking for that, but if I try to put a patriotic feel to it, you know, sort of like a 4th of July kind of thing incorporated with Easter too as well. There might be people out there who would really go for that and actually want to purchase this particular design on a t-shirt or on a mug or whatnot. The other 3, while the rabbits were all really cute in their own right, each one did have something that just wasn't spot on. I mean, this one was carrying some kind of carrot that didn't look like a carrot, it looked like it was squashed. You know, like when you take an empty water bottle and squish it. I mean, that wasn't on too. This one here, the rabbit had whiskers that looked like something really, really weird here. And then this one was missing an ear here. So again, you know, like I stated, the AI generators don't always get it right. Sometimes you just might want to have to repeat it. I could have gone back to it, and I could have actually typed in, let's just clear back here. I could have actually said, for example, this one, clicked on V4 and see, you know, if the AI could give me 4 variations that might have been better. It was something, but you know, I was really impressed with the one with the flag, so I just went ahead and moved on. I don't think I utilized it for Blue Willow. No, I didn't. In fact, then I changed classic Americana to a realism tattoo design on pure white. Again, I kept basically the same kind of keywords, and this time Blue Willow did actually do relatively a good job, particularly with respect to these Easter egg baskets. I mean, we got some really lovely designs over here. This one, number 4. Even number 1 too as well. I don't know what it was with these kind of leaves. They look like bay leaves or whatnot, but you know what? They really didn't bug me as much. I think number 4 out of all of them was the best one, because this one looked like, you know, the eggs were just basically balancing on top of the others. This one looked pretty good too as well. So obviously, if I had to choose out of these 4, I would have obviously chosen number 4. We'll just clear out of that one. Then what I did, I decided, let me recycle it. When you press the recycle button, it's going to reutilize the prompt that you used. You don't have to type it all out again, in order to see if maybe, you know, the AI could come up with something better. And we got these 4 over here. This one was actually semi-good. This one was a little bit better, but obviously the top of the basket got cut off too as well. What I did was, this one was the best out of the 4, so I clicked on V3, which is give me another variation, 4 pictures of the 3rd design. And this time around, I got a really good one, which was in number 2. As you can see here, we got the full basket. We've got a nice pile of these beautiful colored Easter eggs sitting in the basket, which I could obviously extrapolate by removing the gray background and utilizing in one of my designs. In fact, you saw this picture earlier on in the video during the introduction part. So that actually, Blue Willow came out really well with respect to that. If we just head back to Midjourney, in this respect, I wanted to get a little bit more details. So basically, I asked the Midjourney bot to directly message all four. This is another way of getting each individual design at a higher resolution into your inbox. And basically all you need to do, if you don't know how to do that, is obviously navigate your pointer, hover it over here until you get this window open, and where you have more over here, you just want to click on it. You're going to go down to apps, and then in the new window you're going to click on DM results. And what the bot will do then when you click on that is it will give you all four images placed individually, one underneath each other, so that you can actually see it in greater detail. More often than not, those images you can save. You don't actually even need to upscale, and you can actually save them to your hard drive. And then if you wanted to, you could actually utilize them in your image editing programs. Or if you want to go one step further, you can actually upscale them in a third party website. Okay, so there are the four images, and then this is the one that I upscaled earlier on. Sometimes Midjourney does take a little bit of time in order to bring up an upscaled image, okay? And then I obviously did a realism tattoo design on pure white, which was similar to the one that we did in Blue Willow. And as you can see here, the effects here in Midjourney were absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you could see this as a 4-sticker pack for Easter without any kind of text. I'm no doubt in my mind that people who would want to get stickers like this for their planners, or to decorate with, or maybe to use in some kind of Easter gift or whatnot, these would do really, really well. And if you had to try this, probably you would get something totally different, but super effective and super amazing. So I want to encourage you, utilize that prompt and see what kind of effect Midjourney or Blue Willow comes back to you, and change the different types of tattoo styles and see what you come up with. I mean, again, with respect to Blue Willow, it's all free. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Okay, so I upscaled these ones by sending them to my inbox, okay, as I showed you earlier on. And then what I did was I went back into ChatGPT and I copied one of the prompts from one of the other suggestions that it gave me, this time pertaining to an Easter bunny with a basket filled with colorful Easter eggs. And very similar to what I showed you earlier on in the video, I got these results. Again, as you can see, I have no doubt in my mind that you will all agree with me that all four are really nice designs that could be utilized as a sticker. They could go onto a mug individually. They could be utilized as a poster or a piece of artwork, or maybe on some coasters. I mean, the world is your oyster with respect to how you can utilize these designs in your print-on-demand business. So whether you're on Redbubble, on TeePublic, selling, on Etsy or on Amazon, or even through eBay for that matter, you could really go to town using these designs and just really come up with a plethora of great AI-generated artwork that is going to wow and amaze your customer base. And then obviously I changed it up one more time here, and this time I wanted to go a little bit more on the religious aspects. So I changed everything and I did a cross made of flowers and eggs, and I got these designs here, which even though some of them were grayscale, they were still very, very much effective. At least I believe so. If you take a look at them, they're really great. I mean, these two, I could probably see myself increasing the levels and the curves a little bit just to give it more of a punch. But even so, as it stands like that, on a white t-shirt or on a white hoodie for somebody who is really a devout Christian and wants to wear with pride these designs, particularly during the Easter time, or any time throughout the year for that matter, these could actually really do well on a t-shirt, on a mug, or what have you. Okay, and then again, keeping to the theme of religion, being more religious, I did one of the resurrected Christ. This one, I don't know if I was 100% convinced that, Midjourney did a really fantastic job. I mean, this one isn't that bad. It's got a nice defined border here that probably would make it easy for me to use on the t-shirt and do some rounded text around it too as well. This one as well too. Obviously, this one, it gave it to me on the t-shirt already, so obviously the resolution isn't going to be that great. Really wasn't happy with the facial features on this one, so I would probably 50%, happy with those 4 here. This is another one here. This time I went back to neo-traditional tattoo design. As you can see, I always made sure that tattoo design was prominent at the beginning of my prompt because I wanted the AI bot, whether on Midjourney or on Blue Willow, to take that as the most prominent aspect of my prompt. So if we obviously just click on that, out of the 4, this is the one which I showed you earlier in the video, and I think this was the best out of all 4. I don't know if you can see it. It is a little bit more difficult. I'll try to zoom in, but the facial features weren't that great. And again, obviously, it happens. Again, I could have tried variations, and maybe perhaps the AI bot would have gotten it great, but I was happy with this bottom one, the number 3, so obviously I downloaded that and upscaled it. As you can see here, I mean, the designs, the facial feature, even the color palette utilized was really, really great. Even though in the prompt, I told it to use gold and purple, which traditionally are, colors associated with Easter. I guess if you want to call this gold, I'm not really seeing any purple, but the color palette that it used was very, very effective. There's almost an almost stained glass effect to it, even though it really isn't stained glass. That could be another keyword that you could put in your prompt too as well if you wanted to. Try a tattoo style that's stained glass and basically see what comes of it. So there's always things. Just even looking at a design, you can actually come up with other keywords that you might say, hey, wow, I wonder if I tried that keyword in the prompt, what kind of effect that I could get. Again, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by trying these things out. The amount of time that you're saving in creating these designs is huge. It's literally huge. AI has effectively changed the world topsy-turvy. For better or for worse, it's here to stay. And I think the best thing that we can do, comment down below if you agree with me or not, because I think it does deserve a healthy conversation, that if we use this properly, ethically, it's just going to be another design tool that we can use in our arsenal to drive more traffic to our respective print-on-demand shops and hopefully make more sales, without copying, without, treading on other people's designs or in other people's fields or whatnot. There's just no need for it. There's billions upon billions of people in this world who are always hungry for designs, for something interesting and new. Create something that is yours. Create something that is your own and go to town marketing it. Be brave and be courageous. Come up with these amazing designs, and you'll do well. You'll do well. I have no doubt about it. I tried to do another variation of all 4. I gotta say that I was not happy with these 4. The facial designs on all 4 of them, it looked like, the nose and the bridge of the nose was basically, tucked in, and it just, the backgrounds and the bodies were spot on. They were really nice, but the facial features weren't good, so I didn't continue down this road. Okay, I'm very happy with the fact that I utilized the keywords tattoo design in my prompt, and in doing so, I think it has helped the bot to refine the designs that I was looking for, to give me those nice, crisp, clear backgrounds that would make life a lot easier for me to be able to extrapolate, to put onto any kind of design without having to have to type a lot of things like circular background or circular border, sticker design or whatnot, because it isn't always the case in point that I want to use these designs for stickers. Yes, I am going to put them because obviously if you have the option to include them as a sticker, I'm going to want to. But in this particular exercise, I was thinking, t-shirt design. I wanted something that I was going to be able to put onto a t-shirt, and it was going to be effective, and it was going to be powerful, and it was going to be bright and inspirational for anybody and everybody who loves the Easter season, be it from a secular or non-secular point of view. And I was going to give them something that they could sink their teeth into, not necessarily chocolate at Easter time, but some amazing designs that hopefully they could actually, open their wallet, get their credit cards out, and click the add to cart button and make the purchase. So I really hope that you enjoyed this particular episode. I hope you got some inspiration from the prompt that I shared with you today. There's just so many different prompts that you could use out there. And, there's no really right or wrong way to go about doing it. It's just all about, experimenting with different styles, different combinations of keywords, and putting it into the AI bot and see what comes of it, and then see what you can use and what you cannot use. You either try to refine and get variations of it, or just put it by the wayside and try something different. So if you enjoyed this episode, hey, do me a favor, smash that like button. If you're new to this channel, or maybe haven't as yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, click that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification icon. Help me to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. I know that with your help, I can do so. But for today, that's all I've got. And as always, be safe, be well, be creative. Bye for now. Hey, thanks again for watching this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to do so. If you are interested in taking your print-on-demand business to the next level and learning how to generate more sales, please consider clicking on one of the 2 video thumbnails that have appeared on your screen now. I'll see you there. Thanks again.